Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
All right. Okay, now Rusty.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the Daily Grind. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker, and it is Tuesday. I know my days of the week, and on Tuesday it means I get rusty. I get rusty with me. How are you, sir? How are you?
I am good today. I had a very unfortunate accident yesterday. I had a peekaboo accident, and then I had to spend time in the ICU last night. Welcome to the Daily Grind.
A peekaboo accident.
Yeah, they take you straight to ICU.
Oh my goodness gracious, sir! I'm glad you're doing all right after that. That's
I'm so sorry. These are pathetic.
Don't be. I like that one. A peekaboo. I have so many questions about what a peekaboo accident might entail.
You ask too many questions, the plot kind of unravels. So.
Yeah, we'll talk off air about. We'll talk off air about the peekaboo incident of 2025.
The great peekaboo.
The great peekaboo. Shout out everybody in the comments. I see Edward. I see Wayno. I see everybody. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. YouTube, go over there already. Let's jump right into it, brother, because we had some Summer League action last night. Grizzlies lost 112 to 111, but it's Summer League, and who cares? Like, I'm just saying, like, it was a great game. I'm having so much fun in this Summer League game so far. The scores at the bottom, 111, 112. Grizzlies lost. Could have gone to overtime.
Yeah. So, shout out everybody in the comments. Wayno, Edward, Jared, yes. StreamYard tried to beat me to death yesterday, but we figured it out and we persevered. Luke, there is nothing like Summer League to make you completely and irrationally overreact about players on your team.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got, I mean, there's four that I could really talk about, but we're gonna like Jalen is clearly an NBA player. Cam Spencer is a walking heater, an absolute bucket.
Yep.
But the two that I want to talk about today are, I love Jemai Mashack. He is the perfect menace basketball player because he, like, if you look at his stat line, it's not great. He didn't fill it up like points wise, that kind of stuff. But my guy had 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals in 23 minutes. Was an absolute pest last night. Just an unbelievable defender. He used all 10 of his
10 of them.
All 10 of them bad boys. You get 10 in Summer League, and he said, I ain't leaving here without something. And he used all 10 of them. But Luke, my boy, is back. Shout out Anthony Saint for the shirt. GG shirt. GG looks so free, man. He's moving super well without the basketball. He's making smart decisions, rebounding, playing a little bit of defense. That block and then the and one at the other end was just, you love to see it. You love to see him playing free. He's not trying to over dribble and overthink. He's literally just running around and hooping. It's Summer League, so let me overreact. But I like what I've seen so far from GG's second Summer League.
And you're absolutely right. Like, it's GG so far through 2 games. I mean, kid's averaging what? He's 50 points through 2 games almost. He's showing the growth and maturity that you want to see out of a player like him. We know he's got the talent. We've been talking about it for so long. When you just see him take advantage of it, and because it's Summer League, it could be very easy to phone this sucker in. You know, it's very easy. And he's not.
He's not. He's out there trying. He's hustling on both ends. Again, that block and then the and one. He's getting in the way. I love seeing the pressure. We're putting full court pressure on these teams, and we're playing legit basketball. I love, like, Tomas is clearly installing his system. You're going to get quick subs. I saw Grizz fan Ant. Shout out Grizz Ant. Also makes some of the best pizza in Memphis. You got to check him out. He was talking about last night, like, it's like a hockey team, right? It's just aggressive play and then a quick line change. Aggressive play and a quick line change. And in Summer League, it's probably going to be a little bit different than what we get this fall. But what I've seen so far, I'm okay with the substitutions because, like, this is different. This is, like, relentless, like full court effort on both ends of the floor, and it's been a fun, if nothing else, a fun product to watch in Summer League.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an onslaught, just like on both ends. It's been really cool. Like I don't know, you just see like this tidal wave of, and then it's like, okay, pull them back. We got more. We got fresh bodies, and it's just really great. And it's like Wayno's saying, it's actual coaching, and it's Summer League, but it's still good to see. You know, like it's
especially the malpractice we had to put up with. The last couple of years, you know, Gigi himself said the coaches are explaining more and they're coaching more, and it's simplified. It's basketball, man. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, rocket science and reinvent the wheel or whatever. Like, just go hoop, and that's what we're doing. We're going and hooping. He had 27 from Gigi, 23 from Cam Spencer, who started the game 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Like, he was like Johnny Flame, just like a walk-in torch there to start. Jalen with 23. I mean, I don't care. Like, they need to pull Zion's two-way right now. I'm not impressed. And Wayno, I'm sorry, but you got Baycott. Like, he has every opportunity to take a roster spot and be that extra big. He's not been good.
I keep expecting a lot more. He's the one guy that I keep expecting more from, and I'm not seeing.
He just looks lost, and it just doesn't look like it's computing. And like, yeah, he's going to go and dominate the G League again. But like, he did this last year. Like, he dominated the G League last year, and yet we still gave a two-way to Colin Castleton over him. I'm tempering my expectations for Baycott, because what I would love to see him take that step and be that rebounder. He's just not doing it, not even in Summer League.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, because I think that was the guy, you know, in Summer League. Hopeful. Yeah, because I mean, we watch when the Grizzlies have such an important relationship with their G League team, and like, we watched that team, watched Baycott, and we just wanted. I think we all were like, man, this kid, we've seen it in flashes, but he's looked average, and that's not what we're gonna need.
He looks like a really good G League player.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You can make a decent living doing that, but I don't see a future for him on Beale Street.
Yep. I mean, he's got one more game in Salt Lake to show us something. Grizzlies will play the 76ers tonight, right? 76ers, yeah.
Yep.
This is their last game in Salt Lake, right? Yeah, and then they go to the real Summer League. Well, the real Summer League. The real Summer League begins in earnest after this.
Vegas is where it's at.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to see tonight? I mean, like, you just want to let me ask, do Jalen and Gigi and Cam play? I mean, it's a back-to-back. Are they going to play? They've had 2 really good showings. Do they play tonight? I mean, because there were a lot of guys that didn't dress last night.
I think they do. They're hoopers. They want to play. They need reps in this new system. I was leaning more towards, all right, Gigi and Jalen are too good for Summer League. They don't need to play. But then, like, seeing what happened last night, I watched Tomas coaching them up and how the system's going, and they're getting kind of some flow. I get it. Grizzlies fans, we're always concerned about injuries. I'm not even going to put that out there, but I want to see them play. I want to see them continue to get reps. And shout out DG in the comments. I'm excited to see BJ Edgecombe tonight, because he has been freaking hooping for the Sixers, man. And Ace Bailey looked good last night in stretches. Like, you can tell he's going to be a good NBA player. That's fun. But BJ Edgecombe, him and Dylan Harper have also, both of those guys have looked really good. But I'm excited to see Edgecombe tonight.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about the Grizzlies team. The one other really fun thing about Summer League, the other teams, is you get to see guys like VJ and you get to see guys like Ace last night. And that's, like, those are guys that we know are really good, but we don't really, especially this draft process. We had a week of lead up where we're getting to see a lot of these guys in earnest play some really meaningful basketball for the first time, and it's really cool. And I'm excited to see VJ tonight as well.
And Edward's right, man. Shout out to Edward in the comments as well. Like, this draft could be very deep and get a lot of good players. I mean, the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, John Meshack, was a problem last night in his first game. That was his first game. Like, he didn't play the first one because he was still getting traded to the Grizz. And all he did was show up and just hoop last night. And, like, we need crazy on this team. We've got Cam Spencer. He's that guy because he was getting into it early, very physical early. And then Meshack was just all over these dudes last night, Pauls. And it was fun to watch him just go out there and hoop and be chaotic. It's giving shades of Tony Allen, and I'm here for it.
Yep. And man, when I the 10 fouls thing really made me happy last night. I just
I ain't leaving here with nothing.
I was just like, oh man, he gonna get all 10 of those suckers. I just appreciated it.
He used every last one of them, man.
Really.
And they just said, you know what, dadgummit, the only time I get 10 fouls, I'm using them.
And I feel like he was like, wait, I'm not out the game. Well, shoot, let's keep this going. And he just, I'm here for it.
I loved it, man.
So we got that tonight. Let's take a break from Summer League talk because we had a little bit of domino action happening. We had a trade happen yesterday that is interesting. I mean, I found this trade to be interesting. It was the most interesting trade we have had in the free agency. That's not what I meant to do. We already talked about Summer League and free agency. So the trade that I'm talking about, and this, if you look in the tea leaves, if you read any sort of online, it looks like there's a little domino action happening, but the Clippers, the Jazz, and the Miami Heat agreed to a 3-team trade, which sends Norm Powell to Miami, who was borderline all-star last year. John Collins to LA, the Clippers, not the other LA team. John Collins, who's, I know a lot of people wanted him in Memphis for a long time. And then Kevin Love, Slow-Mo, and a second-round pick are going to Utah. You know, these are two teams that, in my mind, these are two win now moves and one tank move. I mean, I don't want to say Utah said they're not tanking, but tell me you're tanking without telling me you're tanking. But the Norm to Miami, seems like we were saying, he was a borderline all-star last year. It's a good pickup for them. Clippers getting John Collins, man. The Clippers continue to have a good team. You've got Zubac, you got John Collins, you got Brook Lopez as your front court. And it looks like, I've got Bradley Beal here. It looks like the Phoenix Suns are going to be buying him out. And I know the Clippers are one of the top teams, the rumored destinations of teams that might take him. So,
yeah, but forgive me if I'm not ready to replace Norm Powell with an ancient Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal can score. Like, he's still fine. Like, I'm not saying he's bad, but like Norm Powell is young. Like, he's still in his mid-20s. He's still a good player. And basically, like, to me, this tells me that the writing's on the wall that they want Beal, and he was like, yo, I want out. And so he goes to Miami, which is a good situation for him. He can go down there and get buckets on a bad team. My first question was like, what did Kevin Love do to deserve this? Like, who did he pick? Like, I know he's playful on Instagram and Twitter all the time, but who did he piss off? But apparently he's going to get bought out. And Luke, it's hot Grizz Summer when every time there's a trade, people are like, oh, maybe we could get so-and-so. And there were people asking for Kyle Anderson back. And that's just like, he's not good anymore. He's so
2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, 2 seasons ago, Slow-Mo would have made he would have been a difference maker on this team 2 seasons ago. He's not the same player he was. I'm with you. I wrote an article about wanting Slow-Mo 2 years ago.
2 years ago. But he's not
pumped brakes. Let's pump the
There
brakes.
were people on X yesterday, and apparently Norm Powell is 32. Like, I feel like he's been in his mid-20s for like 10 years.
I did too. I thought he was
32. But like Slow-Mo is just not, he doesn't fit what we're trying to do. He's called Slow-Mo for a reason. He's not there anymore. There are better options for us out there.
Yes.
But I like the pairing of John Collins and Zubac. I think that's going to be a formidable front court for the Clippers. It doesn't matter. James Harden's going to absolutely boo-boo in the bed in the playoffs, and they're going to get eliminated. So it is what it is for the Clippers. Yes, they've built a regular season juggernaut, but they ain't going to do nothing in the playoffs.
I mean, like, look at the ball. Okay, so this is my favorite thing about looking at this. We're talking about too much reliance on James Jimmy Harden, as we call him here. I don't call him that. Here are your ball handlers on this team. You got James Harden. You've got Chris Dunn, who I like, but can't make a basket to save his life. Not known for his offensive prowess. And now they relied on Norm to handle the ball. Like, he was a good so assuming you send out 1-2 guard and you bring in Bradley Beal. I just don't know. James Harden and Bradley Beal is your 1 and your 2 guard who are handling it I'm just like, give me away from that, man.
Yeah, is it like 2016, 2017? Like, what's going on here? I don't know. But like, I just feel like and then you got Kawhi, whose knees are basically made of paper mache at this point in his career, and you don't know if he's going to play it. If he does, like we saw stretches last year where he was Kawhi of old. I It's interesting. That's all I'll say. They're trying to build an interesting team out there.
I am most interested by the Clippers at this point, just because I did the Pepsi Coke challenge with you and Bradley Beal, and I was like, this player sounds really good when you don't throw his name out there, but this is an interesting Clippers team. And for all the fuss and all the pomp that they got for having they won 50 plus. They win 50. They won a lot of games last year.
I picked them. I thought they'd beat Denver in the first round. I closed my eyes to the James Harden playoff allegations and just said, you know what? I think the Clippers can win, and they couldn't.
But those allegations will never be
there for a reason. And I don't know what it is with these coastal teams, right? Like the Clippers are trying to build. I guess the Clippers and the Washington Wizards are going to play in like a senior league, where like the rest of the NBA is playing like regular games, and then they're like, hey, we're just going to step up. Like you've got like the PGA, and then you've got the senior tour in golf. Maybe they're trying, instead of NBA expansion, they're going to try and create a senior league where it's like, hey guys, like we're older, we're going to tone it down a little bit and play our own game.
In the expansion team, you have to be at least 35 to be on it. And they're just like, just go tell. They're like, yeah, we'll take the point guard. That's who we want on our team.
Yeah,
like
that's it.
How would you feel about this Clippers team if they sign Chris Paul? I heard that this morning.
Listen, anywhere Chris Paul goes, I will actively root against. So I hate the Clippers for a long time, and it will only continue. And I get to hate Chris Paul and the Clippers together again. So it's a win-win for me.
Together again. Oh, man, I love it. We're going to take a quick break because when we get back, it's hot Grizz Summer, y'all. We got to talk about the hot Grizz Summer because we're debuting number 6, 5, and 4. God, I always do it backwards like an idiot. I don't know why I do that to myself. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're talking top Grizzlies of all time right after this. I'm slowing it down. It's caused theatricality because I'm looking for my button right after this break.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
Mentally, he's a very unique player because he kind of comes off like a psycho, bro. If you just want to be real about it, because it's like he doesn't talk shit. He's not really braggadocious at all. He looks like just a kid, just a gym rat, comes in the gym, just a basketball robot. Yep. But there's a psycho in him that wants to be this incredible player. Like, whether he gives you signs of it, or he leaks part of it. His daddy come out and say it. The kid's a psycho. I know in this kid's head, he's probably thinking first team all defense. I guarantee you, he's thinking like MIP first team all defense. And I'm not the one who's gonna say that kid can't do it, because if he's baby Muel Bridges, why is that not what we're talking about with him? You know what I mean? Jalen was one of them dudes that keep a sharp butter knife on him.
A sharp butter knife,
not a real blade, but a sharp butter knife.
A sharp butter knife.
Check out the Anthony Sain Show live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In the heart of the Highland Strip for 27 years, Trilogy Tattoo has helped tell stories for Memphians for generations. Located at 530 South Highland, Richie and his team are waiting to help you tell yours.
From tattoos to piercings, your body art should be as unique as you are. Voted a Memphis Flyer top 3 tattoo shop in the city of Memphis since day one. Your story will be safe here at Trilogy Tattoo.
Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11, and 3 to 11 on Sundays. They have convenient times waiting on you. Let Trilogy Tattoo help you tell your story.
And we're back. And we got an ounce of hope. Okay, we're done. www.ounceofhope.com. Promo code Bluff City will get you 15% off, y'all. Check it out. Great people. Great.
And if you want to welcome a new Memphian on his birthday, happy birthday, Ty Jerome. Probably don't send him anything from Ounce of Hope because we don't get him in trouble. But Ounce of Hope, you code Bluff City for you to celebrate his birthday. Get you 15% off.
Happy birthday, Ty. I need to know what number he's gonna. Is it gonna be 2? I need to know.
It needs to be 2. I think 2 would be
His
killer.
Zion out of here. Zion out of here. Also check out Trilogy Tattoo. No promo code there. If you get my name tattooed on your arm, you could ask for 15%, but I don't know if it would work.
Yeah.
But never hurts to ask. But I digress.
If you get a pun tattooed, I will give you 15% back.
There you go. Oh man!
If you get a peekaboo accident tattoo, let us know and we'll figure something out.
Dude, peekaboo on the knuckles. Peekaboo. Done. Life goal. I want the most ridiculous knuckle tattoo. Peekaboo it is.
There it is.
It's gonna be great. I'm off the rails. But you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It is hot Grizz Summer. Yeah, we go. Top 15 Grizzlies of all time. We are debuting this list. We have been doing this all summer. This is voted on by your friends and neighbors here at Bluff City Media. And, this is when it's all hitters from here. Like from here on out. I mean, like, as you can see, let's just like number 6. There's 2 of the core 4 and these right here. So this is great. I mean, number 6, our guy, Tony Allen, jersey retired, first team all defense, all heart, grit, grind father. I don't know. Like, you want to talk about, I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know why I've been seeing, I don't know why. We might've been talking about this. Like Tony Allen came over here from, like the greatest free agent signing in Memphis Grizzlies history. Is that an understatement? Or like,
I mean, yeah, I can't argue it because production and what he allowed for this team to be, and not in production that's going to fill a stat sheet, but like a guy that truly changed a franchise.
Yeah. Yep.
For the culture, for the work ethic, for what matters. And like, we're still talking about, he's a culture guy, and we're still talking about him and those teams when they didn't actually win anything. Yeah, they went to a Western Conference Finals. They got some help with some injuries, and we had a good run that year. We're still talking about a team that didn't really win anything, but they had a culture, and the guy who set that culture was Tony Allen. That documentary, man, had me in my feels, talking about some nostalgia and just like making me feel a lot of things that I was uncomfortable feeling about in a documentary like that. Like it was just a true testament to who he is and what he means to this franchise. Tony Allen will forever be, when you think Memphis Grizzlies, TA will be one of the first 2 or 3 guys you think of. And he wasn't the most talented. He didn't come over with the best stat sheet from Boston. He was an injury flyer. We didn't know if he was going to be what he used to be coming off that ACL tear, and he wasn't the same offensive player. But what we love about TA, what I'd love to see somebody, maybe Jemai Meshack or somebody now do, is that he said, all right, I'm not going to be the offensive guy, but what can I do to contribute to winning basketball? And it was just the hustle things. Like, yeah. He's probably, is he the last person in the FedEx Forum to dive into the fans for a rebound? Possibly. But he just went out and hustled and played his tail off. And I could go on and on about TA, but Tony Allen is Memphis. And Memphis is Tony Allen.
Yeah, and there was all the hullabaloo and the peekaboo. It's a peekaboo episode.
The peekaboo accident. Yeah.
Peekaboo accident. The peekaboo accident that Stephen A. spouted out a couple weeks ago about people not wanting to be in Memphis. Tony Allen is on Verno's show every Tuesday. He lives here. He is as much a part of this city. I mean, it's just.
I think everybody from here up either still has a home in Memphis, or spends time in Memphis, or will spend time in Memphis.
Yep.
And they all love Memphis. I mean, like they cut their teeth, not to skip ahead too much, but Mike Conley, captain, my captain.
Let's go. That's good transition.
Like Conley is my captain. Like he's the guy that was the leader of this franchise, like the true point guard. Like we had a choice, right? It came down like we had Kyle Lowry and we had an undersized Mike Conley. We had a decision to make, and OJ Mayo. Like we had these guys that had a decision to make, and we put all of our chips in the Mike Conley basket. And Mike Conley stepped up and will forever be etched as the captain of those core 4 teams, the leader during the grit and grind era. Still gives Memphis love and props to this day. To this day, Bronze Bomber once said, right? But like to this day, still gives props and flowers to Memphis. He plays at Southwind Golf Course all the time. Like just a great guy, a great dude who loves this city and this franchise, and I will forever stand for Mike Conley.
Same, man. Like
play with a broke face, Luke.
A broke face, man. You want to talk? I struggled in like with how high I wanted to put Mike because he just means so much. Like just the keep on keeping on mentality. It's like you said, like dude, play with a broke face. You know, I just like just not going to be beat down by anything, and like wanted to win so bad here. Like that's what I love that. And you talk about players that left and still give their props to the city. You said that like he still does it, and he captained the ship here for a long time, and it's just meant a lot. Just meant a lot. You were talking about a steadying presence. He steadied the ship, steadied the presence in Memphis in the 901 for years.
Yeah, and was a notorious nice guy. He was like the NBA, like man of the year type candidate for the NBA for his community service and advocacy, and how he, really led this team. And like you said, was just that calming force. Like Verno and everybody used to make so much fun of him about not getting a tech, and he came close a couple of times, and I think ultimately finally got one. But like, he was just such a nice guy, humble, hardworking guy. And again, cannot wait. When he retires, I will be in the building again for when they put 11 in the rafters, and I can't wait.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's the last one of the core 4, man. It's going to happen soon. Let's move on to number 4. I see the discourse down here in the
controversy in the comments here.
Pau Gasol, he has to be mentioned. If you're mentioning this list, just because he was part of that OG crew before the grit and grind. Yes, it was
an ugly breakup. Right?
Ugly breakup, sure.
It was an ugly breakup. That's fine. I get that. But like, he was the first like true like star level player for the Grizzlies. We had some guys who were fine, who were decent players, but like Powell was the first like player. He was the first hooper. And yeah, it was ugly. And he asked out and he got moved out. I get all that, but when he left, like he was the franchise leaders in points and rebounds and blocks, and like it was very clear that he was a star. And yeah, again, it was an ugly breakup. But if you're looking at stats and people who were impactful for this franchise, Powell got a lot of people interested in Memphis. He led some of those teams. He led us to our first ever playoff berth in 2004. Averaged like almost 18 points a game while he was here. And then he was a part of the trade that netted us the great Kwame Brown and also Marc Gasol. But like, I get the breakup was ugly, but Powell really cut his teeth here. He brought Mark to Memphis and had Mark fall in love with Memphis. So by proxy, Powell's up on the list. But from a pure basketball standpoint, Powell was a hooper when he was here before he went to LA.
Yep. And it's I knew this one was going to be the one that got people the most upset or talking or whatever. I knew this would be more so than Dylan Brooks, but if you're talking about Grizzlies history, I think he's important to put on here.
He is, as the first star player that the Grizzlies ever had, for sure.
And he's not in the top 3, everybody.
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down. Calm down. I know
it like he's second. We still got 3 players to talk about, and 3, 2, 1, as my co-host here would say.
There is another Gasol brother we need to talk about that's not been mentioned yet. So everybody calm it down.
And there is a clear-cut number 1 Grizzly of all time, and I'm gonna be upset if it's not if there's somebody else in that first one.
No, I think we'll wait. We'll wait till next week. There was never any doubt on all the lists I compiled. It really made me laugh who number 1 was on all of them, and it's no doubt. But we'll have the next round next week. Before we get out of here, though, it's Tubing Tuesdays, brother. And what are you watching? Because I haven't watched Poop Cruise yet. It's still at the top of my list. I did watch Jurassic Park. I told you that yesterday. Loved it. Yeah. I watched the documentary about the submersible.
Oh, you finally watched the Titan one.
Dude.
Ocean Gate.
What are we
Yeah.
doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But the worst part of that whole documentary was when somebody said, "Is that when they got gooshed?" And like, you remember that in that text conversation where it was like it was like goosh time or they got gooshed? Like Maggie and I were just like, "What is that? What do you mean gooshed? Like, what does that mean? Gooshed? Like, these people died. He gooshed. What are you talking about?
Death by goosh, baby. Death by goosh.
That's like, is that on the death certificate? Killed by gooshed.
The autopsy report said goosh.
God.
I just tell you one thing I don't need to know about the bottom of the ocean. That's what I
I ain't
learned.
lost nothing down there.
Nope.
I ain't lost nothing.
That's all I learned from the documentary. I'd rather I'd rather be on a poop cruise than be down there.
It's 2 O's, Wayno. GOOSHED. Somebody text that like I think that was they got gooshed or that was gooch time or something. And it's
We
just
don't know
like,
either.
I'm sorry. What?
We don't know either, Wayno. We don't know what gooshing is.
Good documentary though. Really like the what's his name that like the company founder like just was wild with his recklessness and like obviously putting people in danger of being gooshed. And there was all these gooshing signs leading up to it, right? Like the hole cracking and the carbon fiber was leaking and all these kind of stuff.
The
like,
goosh sirens were going.
It was written on the wall, like you about to be gooshed, and they still went ahead with it. And I guess they had a goosh wish. I've been waiting on you to watch that, so we can talk about that one line about getting gooshed.
Why did you watch?
I'm so sorry, I went off the rails there, but I've just been waiting on that.
Gooshin.
What did I watch? So watched Jurassic Park. It was amazing. Worst roommate ever continues to be wild. This woman was trying to murder her roommate with like buying like medication off the black market. And like this woman's blood sugar would drop to 13 and all this kind of like it was just a wild tale. Watch Worst Roommate Ever. It's really, really good. Jesus. Like just trying to murder this woman just to take over, like to take her child. Like it's just a whole wild story.
People are crazy.
But Luke, I'm a reality TV junkie now.
Yeah.
Because Bachelor in Paradise is back.
Oh, God.
Started last night. Maggie and I watched it. I watched the Summer League game post after the fact and this morning. Well, Bachelor in Paradise is back. The alliances and love triangles are forming. We didn't finish the first episode last night, but we will find out who got roses tonight, and I'll update you next week.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot it was Bachelor season. Oh, I forgot. I can't wait. Now Tuesdays are Bachelor days now, man. I got it. I need my updates. Or with I
got you. And listen, these are the most unhinged like updates that you've ever heard. Trust me, I got you.
I can't wait.
I'm talking about the wrong name, all that stuff. I got you.
Oh man, Gooshin in the back, man. It's good. Hot Grizz Summer, y'all. There's Gooshin happening. There's Bachelors happening. It's great. We're gonna be back tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for watching the show today. Go watch the Grizzlies tonight. Last game in Salt Lake City. Summer League. Go check them out. Go watch Meshack get him 10 fouls again. That's what I'm hoping for.
Use them all. I hope he finishes Salt Lake City with 30 fouls.
It'd be awesome. We'll be back tomorrow. Saints today. You guys are tomorrow. No today. Tune into that. But yeah, have a good day, y'all.
Real quick, if you hadn't watched yesterday's Anthony saying he had DeMichael Cole on there, and DeMichael dropped a lot of great knowledge about where the team is heading and what he's seeing and what he's hearing through the tea leaves. So check it out. No bluffing also last night. Chris and Evan went a little bit shorter last night, but it was great. Y'all check out all the shows. Like and subscribe if you're already here and turn those notifications on so you can see these mugs in the mornings.
What he said. And remember, these two mugs. Remember to be a little weird. It's important. A little bit. I don't know what that is. And remember to smile. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Like and subscribe.